Welcome back in. She is a multi-platinum artist, entrepreneur, and a proud Oakland native. She has made it from the Bay to the Billboard charts, and she is building her legacy on her own terms. Joining us now to chat her journey and career in music is Kamaiyah. Welcome into Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are so honored to have you and excited to have you. The whole station was so excited that you're coming on today. Tell me, a little bit about what you're working on right now.
Okay, so right now I've been working on like 7-song EPs, dropping them probably every 3 to 6 weeks. And the next show I have is Polyfest, I believe. It's in Seattle on August 16th.
Okay, close enough. Yeah, it's in August. We know that much. Now, Kamaiyah, I want to go back in time and kind of talk about the beginning of your journey in music. I know you're from Oakland. You still rep the Bay. You still love the Bay, right? So tell me, when did you get started and when did you realize, okay, maybe I could actually do this thing for a career?
Honestly, I was like probably 7, and I accidentally wrote a rap.
What?
Yes, and I was like, all right. Then I started like studying Tupac, and then I learned poetry. So once I learned poetry and I learned how to write hooks well, I was like, all right, this may be my thing. And that was when I was like 10 or 11.
Wow.
But from 10 to probably 19, it was just me figuring out how to be the best songwriter. And from 19 to probably 23 is when I like peaked at it. And then by 23, I got my first hit record.
Amazing. Now, do you remember if there was like one specific moment that you were like, oh my gosh, this is real, this is happening, like your highest moment in those times? Do you remember any?
I don't know. I feel like it didn't really hit me even when I was famous for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because so much was going on. You know, my best friend died from cancer. It was just a lot. So I feel like in life, period, it was just so many heavy moments that I didn't realize until one day I was watching TV and I was like, you're on TV with Drake in the music video. So then it was like, all right, you are no longer what you think you are. You're famous now.
Yeah, very, very cool. So now you have done all these big things. Have there been any big career highlights for you? You talk about, you know, hanging out with Drake, making music with people like that.
I went to Mariah Carey's house. That was the...
I heard in one of your interviews you talked about, I think, some advice that she gave you, like the sound of your voice.
My voice.
So what did she tell you?
So pretty much so many people used to always be like, oh, your voice is so deep, or I think you're a man, or crazy stuff like that. This is before Glorilla and all these people existed. But Mariah was like, it's something about the tone of your voice that's infectious. It makes people want to listen. She's like, just keep going. And ever since then, I was like, you can't tell me nothing. Mariah Carey, like, but that is deep voice. It's like Whitney Houston tell you love your voice. So it's like, I'm never stopping.
That's cool. That's so amazing. So do you think that's just something that it's like your natural voice, or do you?
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just, I don't know. I think it's because I cried a lot growing up, so I got like a little raspy tone.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so take me through the journey. You said you peaked around maybe like 23, age 23. So where have you been since then? Tell me about all the music.
Ooh, child, the ghetto.
You've released? No, you're not in the ghetto. I know that's not
life
true.
was ghetto. I'm not in there, but it was like, you know, I went through the deal. Then when I left the label, the pandemic happened, and then I had to figure out how to be independent. So I feel like for like the last 5 years, I've been trying to get into the swing of like, what's the climate of the entertainment industry? And I feel like everybody's going through this moment right now, like what's next? Because if you pay attention, there's no song of the summer in any genre. So it's like, what is going on in the entertainment industry? So I feel like we're all in this developmental process where we're trying to grow and learn with streaming how to feed and curate our fan bases and keep them activated. Yeah,
it's so different now, I feel like, with streaming.
So weird.
Things have changed so much, but you're kind of doing your own thing now, right? Are you not with a record? Tell me what's going on right now.
I'm completely independent, doing my distribution through United Masters. Through my own subsidiary label, Keep It Lit Records. So I'm just kind of building there, my catalog, and just having fun. Learning to just love music again and not worry about, because I feel like that's the fun thing. None of us have any pressure, and I feel like people aren't maximizing on that part of it. They're too focused on the sales and not realizing, like, we don't have to focus on that. This is the time where if you want to make a rock album as an artist, you can make a rock album, because whatever fan is going to love that, you're going to build a new fan base over there. So I feel like that's what we should be at, creatively just doing what we want to do, because we have free reign.
Nobody can tell you what to do right now. That's
exactly.
Awesome. That's so much fun. I don't know if you heard the last interview, but we were talking about kids in San Francisco learning poetry and like this big poetry competition. Do you have any advice for people who are maybe starting to songwrite or sing and want to make it in this industry?
I feel like the biggest thing for me personally, I read the dictionary and I learned to expand my vernacular. So that helped me a lot, right? Because you want to say the same thing in as many ways as possible without repeating yourself. So if you have multiple words to say that, it makes it easier for you to write a poet. I mean, be a poet or a songwriter, because now you have all these words to use to maneuver around instead of just saying like, or ass. I hate when people do that when I'm reading something. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, why do you keep saying and? Like.
Yeah, that makes sense. I probably do that. I always say, I love that. And I gotta stop. My husband texts me like, don't do that anymore. When you look back at everything you've done so far, any advice that maybe you would give your younger self and people could benefit from hearing today?
Oh my God, it just gets greater later. Because I think we always think we want things when we want them, but it never comes in that moment. And you have to learn patience. I feel like that's the beauty of the journey, is the patience, and that you're always evolving as a human. You're never going to be the same version of yourself every day. Humans are so contradictory. We would think we one way today, and then tomorrow you're a whole nother person. It's like you're fake. Like, no, really, I'm evolving. I'm growing. I'm learning things about myself that I don't like, that I do like, and give me that space to actually become that. So I think that's the beautiful thing about it. You're going to always evolve and love yourself at every stage of that.
Great advice. I love that. That's what I love that. See, there you go. There you go. I know you recently had a fun moment at the Giants game.
Oh, yeah.
So did you throw out the first pitch? Is that what you did? Okay, take me through that moment. What was it like?
Well, I think nobody knew I played softball, so they were trying to figure out, like, all right, can you throw this thing? Can you throw this thing? I'm like, well, can I still throw this thing? So I practiced with my brother a little bit beforehand, and then when I threw it, he kind of caught it, but he dropped it. I was like, all right, did I do good or do I do bad? Like, was it a good throw? And I was like, all right, I think I threw a strike, so it was fun. It was fun.
Amazing. Yeah, so you didn't throw it too bad into the dirt.
No.
That's good.
I threw it straight to him, and he dropped it, so it was like, yes, strike.
Okay, that's what matters, as long as they, like, catch it or whatever.
Yeah.
What's coming up next for you? What should people look out for?
Just every 3 to 6 weeks, something's going to come.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm probably going to shoot a music video Saturday. That video is probably going to be out in like next week. So it's just like, I just keep growing, working.
Awesome.
Not stopping.
Yeah, well, it's working out for you.
Thank
Congratulations on all your success.
So nice to meet you.
Very
so
cool.
Sweet.
Great to meet you, Kamaiyah. Thank you so much for coming today.